Shut up. Okay, so no quick stream while I'm eating. I'm starving. I'm about to go play basketball in a minute, but I'm gonna do my quick, just a quick overview of how I set up the week, I guess. So first off, I've been doing streams or videos on how Sam trades and how Greg trades and that kind of stuff. I've kind of combined it all into my own system, essentially. It's been working pretty good. I'm not rich by any means, but becoming way more consistent. And I've just been doing the same habits every day. So I'm just going to go through what I do pretty much on a daily basis. For the week, it's a little different, I guess. Not really. It's about the same. This is about what I do every day. I do think about the week and kind of like how the week could play out. Like, for example, this week, likely to see it's Thanksgiving, so we want to think about that. We want to think about Powell speaking on Wednesday. Something that happens with Powell on Wednesdays is the market sells off in the latter half of the day, usually like at 1:30. And it's just a weird phenomenon. You'll probably see it, so be ready for it. I'm literally talking to 0 viewers right now, pretending like I have viewers, just in case someone watches this later. But while I'm eating my lunch. But this is how I start right here, is with Vantage Point, which is software, it's AI. And I paid quite a bit of money for this thing. This thing was about $2,500 or something. I invested a lot of money into trading platforms and stuff like that, just because when I first started, I thought, if I had better tools, obviously, how could I fail, right? At this point in my career, 9 months, a year in, I feel like I could probably trade just fine with just some basic, with TrendSpider, it's just some basic tools. But one thing I have for sure, and I'll never get rid of, I don't think, is a news stream. Let's talk about news streams here. My favorite is Trade the News. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's $150 a month for this thing. So if you decide to do it, it's really nice because you can basically see news pretty much as it hits the wire. And a lot of the news is going to be pointless to you, to your trading. But let's just go over this for example. I haven't turned this on all day, so I haven't really been watching this today. But okay, so here's some news about Regeneron. This is going to be very relevant. Either relevant that it's relevant to move the markets, or relevant that it's not going to move the markets. This is going to be important. But what are they saying? Okay, they got some antibody cocktail. We already knew this. Basically, we already knew that it cured the president, and it's got its EUA, which is the emergency use authorization. Okay, big deal, right? We just had Moderna, Pfizer, all coming out with 95%. There's probably a lot of details in there, but I don't see this as any kind of big deal. Big deal that they got that. We already knew that was going to happen. I think the market already knew that was going to happen. So moving up here, win, loses bid. What's up, man? Hold on a second. NetB. Hold on, man. This is my first stream ever, so let me figure out what the heck. Let me sign in the chat here. There we go. Let me talk here. Okay, I gotta talk with this thing. It's just kind of going over some news. Do you trade, Nep? I imagine you do. It wouldn't be here. All right. Anyways, So Wynn reportedly loses bid to a partner with Sinclair on Sports T. I don't really see how that's relevant. But Wynn, whenever I see Wynn in the news, I think that's relevant to me. Just at least pay attention to it because Wynn kind of represents the theme of opening the economy. So if I see good news with Wynn, I see potential in value stocks, BKNG. Wynn obviously is it's pretty cheap, decent trade that you can take. So if I see some news there that's decent, this doesn't look good to me. I mean, this looks irrelevant to me. I don't really care that they lose a bid. I don't know enough about it, but it doesn't really look relevant to me. Oh yeah, my Twitter. You asked about Twitter. It's at there you go. Okay. What else? Dallas. Oh yeah, we want to see Dallas here, or Delta Airlines. I don't know why I was called Dallas, but terminates WestJet due to U.S. government regulation demands. I'm not really sure what this means. I'd have to look into this. Definitely something I'm going to put on my radar for this. Yeah, it's been trading officially 2 years now. Hit a home run around July. After that, took a break. Nice. What'd you hit a home run on? Very curious. I love home runs, by the way. You'll have to tell me what that is. Asian, okay, AstraZeneca. Very interested in that. Thanks for the follow on Twitter. I just saw that. UK agrees to 1 million doses of COVID antibody treatment. By the way, I'm going to probably do this stream till about 1:20 Central Time, something like that. I'm going to try to get through the news review here. UK agrees to 1 million doses. I see this news all the time where these countries are acquiring doses, 500 million doses, whatever. I don't really care about that. I've seen it so many times. Trump pumps BA mostly. God, I hate trading BA. I'm glad you hit a massive one. There's some crazy trades in BA this year. Even just even recently. I wanted to short that 224 this last week so bad, but I just don't like trading BA at all. Even though I knew it was probably going to fall. But that's awesome, man. I'm sure you made a hefty sum, and well, welcome back to the trading game. It's still the same. Reportedly looking into buying fashion label. Don't care about freaking stuff like that. This is interesting to me. I might look into some. I feel like this has something to do with. This will have an effect on crypto for some reason. Whenever I see Western Union, I immediately think crypto. I don't know why. Mainly because it's payments, but probably have something to do with that. Okay. Another thing I like about this Trade the News, Nep, since you're my only viewer, I was just kind of going over why I will not trade without this as my source, unless you have some other version, but I just love this. It gives you this morning report too, which will give you kind of an overview of what's happening and upgrades and things like that. So tomorrow morning, this whole picture will be filled up with all the stocks, all their upgrades. I love looking at that because if I see something on my watch list or something I want to add to my watch list, with upgrades, that'll definitely kind of point me in a direction. And if I see an upgrades with value stocks, and I know that value is likely to start going up. And then the top stories, I always kind of review this in the morning. Most of the top stories are actually garbage, but every once in a while you see something good like this. So now I have a date here. I'm just looking at this. I'm making a mental note. December 10th could be a day that I care about. I'm not really sure. Next Thursday, of course, right before Friday. So that's going to be kind of interesting. We'll see. So I do a quick review of all this stuff, just seeing for stuff that I like. So you see the two pieces of news that I picked up were the top stories there. Yeah, you'll have to go through what you did on your trade there, Nep, for BA. If you bought it just on Trump, or did you have kind of a plan? Did you already know it was going to happen, or did you just catch a lucky one? I've caught many lucky ones. Okay, so what I was talking about was this software here that I use to kind of start my planning here, and I'm looking at SPY here, And this is just some software that I use. Regen, Davis Perez Leaps might be the play 700 around Feb March for me. Interesting. So might be the play the 700s for Regen. Do I have Regen in here? I do. Let's take a look at it. You're thinking about playing Regeneron. When you're looking at 700s on this, we'll have to see how it opens up. Man, you're expecting 200 points here, pretty much, right? Is that what I'm understanding? Here's the trend. Let's just look at it. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Now this AI software, right? It's just going to give me some levels and give me an idea of the trend. It doesn't look good here. It looks like it'll probably go up here soon, but 200 points in 3 months. That would be crazy. Talk about a home run. That would be a beast trade. That's a little bit too rich for my blood. I'm more of like, okay, let's look at this week or maybe next week, probably next week. December 4th's weeklies on this. I'm looking at this just going, okay, here's a level that I probably would want to see broken. This 535 zone. Mainly because it lines up with this moving average and it's lining up with this moving average. I'm not going to go into why these moving averages are any good. They're more like pivot points for me, but I would like to see this 532 broken, 535, and you'll probably see a nice move to 552. Elliott wave theory. Wow, interesting. Okay. So what wave is Regen in right now? Must be in the 4th wave. You're expecting the 5th. Maybe on like a daily. I don't know. I don't know much about Elliott. I have a single book on it that I read once, and so I see people use it all the time. But not a fan of it though. It's too complicated, way too complicated for me. So you must be some kind of mad genius. What I'm looking at here though is in the near future with this Regen news. Do you come in tomorrow and buy December 4th 550s? So what I would do here now is I go in here. Let's just go set it up on our watch list because I want to watch these 550s, maybe the 600s for December 4th. So I'm going to set this up. Let's just go with 550 to 650. Elliott wave theory. Wow. I honestly didn't know people still use that, and I'm not knocking it. I didn't think people still use that on a regular basis. So I'm looking at the options chain here. First, I want to add this to my watch list. I'm just going to put it over there. And then I want to add these 550s in here. They're only for, last was $3. This news is what it is, if it actually means anything, which I still don't think it's that big of a deal. And Regen is a cuck of a trade. You have to catch Regen in some kind of momentum to be able to catch a big one on it. The market makers on the options chains have screwed a lot of people royally. So I take it very slow with Regen. Very, very slow. So I'm looking at Regen here, and it could. I mean, so I do like it on the upside, mainly because this neural index here is turning up. It's on wave C and a lot of flat movement. Yeah. Next wave should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up, right? You're talking up. Look at this chat over here. I'm going to move this over here. You're probably talking on the upside for that. Okay. I'm joining Sam's group again, by the way, so probably tonight. Just for like a month maybe, and I might stay with it, but I don't know. I'll be back in Sam's group again. I talked myself into it doing that review. Okay, so, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, looking at this, man, I think 535, I like it. Another way I look at this, just to get a different clarity here, is, you're looking at waves. I'll look at some trend spider here. Let's just see We'll add it to my list. Regen. I want to see if there's some. I want to see what the volume is at certain prices too. You know, I'm looking at the 535, looking at maybe the 550s as a play for 2 weeks out because they're cheap. I mean, on $3. What was that? $3 for December 4th. $3. You know, if these open up at 8, then I'm trying to look at the 600s maybe, or maybe the 570s for December 4th, because that just tells me that this thing's about to pump. So you were in the private Twitter. I don't remember if you told me you were or not. Yeah, I love the chat, man. It's so nice. Talk about having someone to keep you on the straight and narrow. And that is if you're day trading. You sound more like you're maybe swing trading. Are you day trading? Let's see. So I'm going to set some of these up. So I got the 600s. I do want to watch next week's just to keep tabs on what is happening. We're going to watch the 550s. Nah, you know what? I'm going to watch the 600s. If these start getting bid up, then I'm probably going to buy the 550s for next week, even if they go for 5. So pros and cons. You know, you're going to get, for one, if you do this chat room, you get the, hey, what's up, Brian? Thanks. I'm glad you saw it, man. They'll get better. I'm a horrible, you know, YouTuber at this point. I'm just starting. So used to day trade, small capital right now. So I might do 3 days a week. That's cool. So you have a normal job, I imagine. What's your capital, if you don't mind me asking? You're starting with small because you said you hit a home run. So you're starting small again, like taking just a portion of the profits you made. All right, so Brian, we're setting up a regen play here, just because old Nep here thinks that it's going to 700 by February, but I'm looking at it for 2 weeks out. So I was just saying I'm setting up some watch lists here on the options because I want to see. I really want to see how these 600s react. They're only 25 cents for Thanksgiving week, so if I see these start getting bid up, you know, at the open, maybe even on a dip. If I see a dip and these things are holding like 80 cents or something like that, 50 cents, then I'm looking to buy the 550s for next week. You know, if I can get them for 3 and these are holding up, then these are probably going to go to 8 or 10 pretty fast. And I'm going to sell them too. I don't like holding regen options very long. Probably should, but I don't, because they've just cucked me so many times. So, and I was kind of showing him, Brian, I was showing him what regen looks like on the chart, and levels to watch that I would be interested in is the 535 and definitely the 552 where this purple line is. If it gets 552, then it's probably going to spike 595, I would imagine, pretty quick. Now, I don't know how fast they would do it, but I imagine it's possible. That would just signify just a massive trend change. Let's see. Yes, I don't like starting big, maybe 2 to 5K now. Rest are long-term stocks. Nice. Been trading for 5 years. My first full year of options trading, so learning. So you and me are the same. I've been trading for about 5 years. I've been doing random stuff. I did crypto for a while. I still do some. And then this is my first full year of options trading as well. So premiums, learn them. Just learn them. So you see what I'm doing here, where I don't really care about the chart. This is telling me the trend is down, but I care about these levels. But I don't care so much about what pattern is that it's showing or anything like that. I care about what these premiums are going to tell me tomorrow. So we'll see. I would definitely, if you guys are thinking about trading Regeneron, put up a watch list of some strikes that you like. If you're going to do leaps, one trick that I learned about leaps is you can go out. Let's just say we go out into February, right? Is a lot of times the leaps will give you an indication if there's a pop coming soon, because you'll see the leaps start getting bid up. And you start seeing the price going up on the February's 700s, for example, then there's a good chance that you could make some money on the closer closer strikes, the closer weeklies. So let's just go out to February, like you were saying. So here's February. Now, these are pretty cheap too. Wow. You're telling me that the 600s are only $9 for February? Oh. Hit some bangers on Band, XRP. Dude, XRP right now. I love it. ETH, love it. Bitcoin. If it breaks 20K, I think it's going to be epic. Holy smokes. So for me, I've loaded the boat on those things. I'm just chilling, watching it. If it takes off, I'm just gonna hold. So yeah, definitely. Maybe do some crypto streams soon because I love crypto. But still on this Regeneron train here, so I'm gonna actually add these 600s in for February. Now you're talking 700 NAP. If you're still in here, that is. Yeah, maybe. So I've got your 600s up here for only $9. You're gonna do debit spreads. You could probably get these super cheap at this point. You're gonna buy a debit spread. You'd have to mess around with the limit orders and stuff, but you could probably get one pretty cheap there. Leverage trading alts but holding Bitcoin and ETH. Nice. Probably a smart move. Okay, so that's the Regeneron trade that old Nep is bringing up here. So very nice. Could potentially see some kind of reversal here. I do like this move right here where this green is popping out here and then this neural index is headed up. Nice. Freewheeling it now. And yes, February 28th for February 28th. Okay. What did I put? Put the 19th. Okay, it's about the same. Take a look at Big C with Black Friday and Shop coming up. I like that idea. Okay. Black Friday and Shop, you're right. Man, you're so right about that. Let's look at Shopify. Definitely on my list that I watched, and I went over that in the video. I love playing Shop. I play small, and I play real fast in Shop because, I mean, if you try it, like at least lately, I don't know, is there going to be a massive move here? Possibly. If I see the 1009 break, see that's a level there. If I see that break, I'm probably gonna buy some, but I'm gonna wait for that because this stock just cucked me so many times. Now Big C, you guys play Big C, huh? I don't know about Big C. I know I bought some when it first came out, the IPO. What does it look like here? Let's look at the daily. There's options on Big C, right? No? It better be at this point. Watch for the biggest record-shattering numbers on Shop. Probably will sell off on that news. So you're saying expect it, buy it now, sell before they release the numbers. It's probably a good idea. Again, all I care about, yeah, I agree. But you know, the last Amazon numbers were amazing too. So, and it sold off. It just sells off. I mean, I remember when Amazon had, you know, it was $10 per share versus 1.5 expected, and it sold off like massive the next day. So it's really about if institutions are expecting the EPS to grow. If they blow out expectations, it doesn't really matter if the growth of the expectations is dropping. I think that's what they sell it off on. Big C, let's look at it. What is it even priced now? 67? I was scalping this thing when it was like 120. Man, they really dropped it. Oh no, not a fan of Big C right now. I'm a fan of Shop. I like Shop. Shop can fly. Amazon. You said Amazon. Well, definitely on my list here. I think Amazon is ready for some sort of crazy move. Leaps, NEP. I don't know what your Elliott Wave is saying here on Amazon, but I think this thing's about to bust through. That Big C has, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Amazon, I like a play on Amazon. So what I'll do here on Amazon is I want to look at some, I want to throw a leap in there, and then I also want to, let's look at the January's up here. This is decent enough. Where are we at? Close at 3,100 pretty much. So I think if Amazon can just fly, but you gotta catch it. I've been trading I've been losing money in Amazon forever, but every once in a while you hit a massive beast on it. So looking at January's, I'm okay just looking at the 3,200s. No. Those are too expensive. I would never buy those. Look at these premiums for January. Just insane. Alright, so I'm just going to put the 3550s. I don't care. This is going to be my indicator on Amazon. Do we see these start getting bid up? And if so, that means these big guys are expecting a move. And a move would be through this 3160 for me. I want to see that break and hold. And you'll probably see a new trend develop here for this for Amazon. Those leaps, 3,300 bucks, could easily go to 10K. I think there would be no if it actually does start a trend. All right, so for December 4th, and I'm not looking at anything for next week. I don't really want to buy options next week for expiring for Friday, just because of Thanksgiving. I hate how that, unless I see some crazy news where I'm going to play it for just the day or something like that. I just don't want to. I don't want to put money at risk there. But I will look at these. If you're feeling froggy, you can buy these 3,300s. 128 expected ER, so I'm going to sell half before that. Oh, so you already have these, or are you going to buy them? Interesting. So you got the 128s. 3,500s. Uh, 128 expected ER. So which ones are you in? Are you in these, the Januaries? 3,500s? Setting up, okay. So you're gonna buy these guys right here, these 3,500s. I'll watch them. I'll check them out. I'm interested more in these, mainly because this trend, this kind of thing, this usually resolves itself pretty fast. So if I see a big move past 3,160, I want to be in it, but I want to be in it as cheap as possible. And Amazon, 3,000. I mean, the volatility is already insane. But February 19th. So you're looking for after earnings, then basically. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, Amazon. I like Amazon. I like Shop. I need to set up Shop. And you guys must be working. You must be working with some big money now to be thinking about all these leaps. You must have hit a dude. You got to tell me what you hit. What was your home run? Did you hit 6 figures, or is that just normal for you? Let's see. Let's go with BA. Man, so many big time plays in BA. It's crazy. Next week for Shop. I wonder if it's just going to be kind of a consolidation balance week. I am, thanks to NEP. I am. I'm just going to watch them. I hate regen. I hate playing it. But if I see something cheap and I think it can run with the news of the emergency use authorization, I don't think it's relevant. But if I see that people are buying it, then it becomes relevant because my opinion doesn't really matter. So yeah, I am watching the 550s for December 4th. I'm watching Close to 6, but I had to pay student loan off. Close to 6. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, dude, at least you get to pay your student loan off. Man, that is awesome. Talk about nice. Right before they're going to forgive it for everybody. That's got to piss you off, probably. I'm sorry. I paid for all my college as I went, so I worked. So I'm going to be very mad if they go ahead and cancel student loan debt. That'd be really annoying. When I want something. Okay, so Shopify. I'm liking Shop, guys. 1050s are always something to watch. 1100s, can it hit 1100 by December 4th? Yeah. And so I got a 14, I got a 6 on there. I really like watching stuff that's for $1. Just because, I mean, if they're pricing out to 1300 here, let's just see. So here's the $1. You need that for $1. So 1200s. It's kind of the limit that they're expecting Shop to go for December 4th. So I like setting up the list like this. Shop ER. Yeah, it's hard for them to disappoint right now. I agree. Very hard. I don't know. Whoever's doing the the expectations and the estimates on them they don't give them enough credit. I don't think. I turn my mic volume down. What do you guys think about that? I'm getting into the yellow a lot. That'll probably be better. Okay. So here's my Shop watch for this. So December 4th, 1050s, December 4th, 1100s, December 4th, 1200s. This is all I care about a Shop. So if I start seeing these 1200s going up, you could buy these 1100s and probably get a quick double or triple on them. And I'd be okay with that. I would definitely not buy these 1200s unless we would gap up 50 or something. So I don't think that's going to happen. What else? All right, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. This is my first stream. Gotta go play